Spokane school and parks leaders make their case to voters before the November election. Tonight, a closer look at what the Together Spokane initiative would pay for.
We have more rain moving in tonight and scattered showers throughout the day tomorrow as cooler temps take over.
Plus, Washington State Patrol's bomb squad called in after a Grant County toddler found a live hand grenade outside his house, which he then brought inside. We'll tell you what happened. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Tonight marks the first government shutdown since 2019. Republicans and Democrats in the U.S. Senate could not reach a compromise before the clock ran out at 9 o'clock our time. While Republicans control the House and the Senate, they fell short in getting the 60 votes to pass a spending bill. They needed at least 7 Democrats to come over. A major sticking point for Democrats was health care. They are pushing for Republicans to reverse Medicaid cuts included in President Trump's budget, totaling $536 million over 9 years. The effects of the shutdown are already being felt. Thousands of federal employees are being furloughed. Essential government workers are still working but aren't being paid. The Senate will be back in session coming up tomorrow. On Monday morning, just outside of Houston, Texas, a mother is accused of attempting to poison and drown her 3 children. Authorities said they got a call from the father just before 6 a.m. after he said he heard screaming, went outside to a small lake, and quickly tried to rescue the children from the water. When authorities arrived, the children were on land, but the mother was still in the water. The mother and an 11-year-old girl were then flown to an area hospital in critical condition. Authorities noted that bottles of a different medication were found on the ground near the scene. Investigators are still looking for a motive tonight. All right, let's talk weather on this Tuesday evening with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy the Good joining us in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, saw some rain overnight last night. What's in store for tomorrow?
Oh, we have more rain in the store tonight. Then tomorrow, a few more scattered showers throughout the day. We sit quite a bit cooler here this late at night. Kind of incredible. See if we can get this going. There we go. Already down in the 50s here in Spokane, and those temperatures are just going to keep dropping. There's our wave of energy moving in. What it does is it brings us rain. I can smell the rain out here on the back patio, and you can see it on the radar. Nothing coming down on me just yet, but it seems I just got real lucky with those showers moving by to the south, even a little thunder and lightning coming out of some of those storms. We'll see more widespread rain move through overnight. Tomorrow, we catch a break in the morning, but another round in the middle of the day. Another break, a few more scattered showers, then our bigger round of rain moves in tomorrow night or early Thursday morning. Should move out by the time you head out the door early Thursday, and we should start to see some sun by Thursday afternoon. So that early rain, it's really before 7 a.m. A few scattered showers throughout the day tomorrow, and a couple of storms starting to brew down to our south. We'll be tracking those in the full forecast.
All right, sounds good. Jeremy will check back in with you later in the show. The November election is quickly approaching, and Spokane Public Schools is hoping voters will approve a $200 million bond as part of their Together Spokane initiative. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy went to a town hall meeting tonight where district leaders made their case to the public.
It was standing room only in the commons of Shadle Park High School for Spokane Public Schools Town Hall. The topic, a joint levy between the Spokane Parks and Recreation Department and the school district known as Together Spokane. It's a topic attendee Steve Winkler cares about, saying it solves a problem he and other community members consistently face.
How do we get our community members and families back into the parks instead of on our phones at home?
He says the Together Spokane initiative's the answer if voters pass it come November. It consists of a $200 million bond being paid back over the next 5 years through SPS and a $240 million 20-year levy through Spokane Parks and Rec. Officials say combining these efforts will give voters more bang for their buck. Separately, the bond and levy would cost property owners 31 cents per $1,000 of home value, but together they say it will cost 29 cents and add 30 extra projects that the two couldn't do alone, including replacing older school buildings and adding in features like an indoor pool with classes for grade school students and a field house with 5 courts for recreational sports. Winkler believes it's a good move for Spokane.
I think a lot of people just see tax numbers increasing and don't understand that this little bit of money might go a long ways. The prices won't increase too much on our taxes, and that it would put a whole bunch of new people out to work and get a whole bunch of jobs going in our community for the next foreseeable years.
That's the case SPS Superintendent Dr. Adam Swinyard and Spokane Parks Director Garrett Jones tried to make as they took questions from voters tonight at just one of many scheduled town hall meetings planned before the November election. Another Together Spokane town hall is scheduled for October 7th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Ferris High School. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Today, the Spokane County Medical Examiner identified the second person killed in last week's deadly shooting on Spokane South Hill. The ME reports that 20-year-old Emilio Vasquez died of multiple gunshot wounds. That shooting happened last Wednesday night on East 34th Avenue near Chase Middle School. The other victim was identified as 37-year-old Terrence Willett. A third person was also shot and at last check was in the hospital in critical condition. We are still waiting for more information from police as to what led to the shooting. A Grant County family safe tonight after authorities say their toddler found a live grenade in their front yard and brought it inside. The Washington State Patrol's bomb squad was later called out to the scene and confirmed this was a live explosive. The WSP bomb squad says the device was not a military grenade, but rather an IED or homemade device put inside the body of a World War II era grenade.
Grant County back in the day had two military bases, one in Moses Lake at the site of where the international airport is, and then also in Ephrata where the airport is. That was an Army air base back during World War II. So it's not uncommon to find artifacts on either of those properties.
WSP says once the bomb squad was on the scene, they examined the device and eventually destroyed it. Both WSP and the Grant County Sheriff's Office want to reiterate that if you or your family come into contact with any device like this, to call 911 immediately. Today, students and parents gathered outside Post Falls High School holding signs to protest a punishment stemming from a controversial photo involving players on the team. A photo taken on school grounds allegedly depicts two students pointing airsoft guns at another student who was allegedly dressed in Coeur d'Alene High School clothing. The students were given a 10-day suspension and were removed from the football program. Today, students and parents gathered to say the punishment issued to members of the football team was too harsh.
To just see like our friends that are seniors not be able to play any more games, like that's it for them, sad, hurts. So we're out here to show support.
You did receive an anonymous email from another parent of a Post Falls High School football player stating that not all parents were in support of the walkout today and that the players should have to face their consequences. And that's it for your Night Beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, don't go to bed just yet. We are learning more about the Eastern State Hospital employee who was shot and killed on Saturday night in Medical Lake. Details coming up. But first, with tonight's government shutdown, many are wondering how they'll be impacted. We'll break down what you need to know in just 90 seconds.